Life sometimes come at you fast. Tragedies make your life unravel. You feel like you wanna give up and stay knocked down. Even when your heart is shattered, you still got a life to live. You still got a life to live, so don't give up. We are beautiful miracles. We are beautiful miracles. We are beautiful miracles, so don't give up.
Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining me today on my podcast, Beautiful Tragedy. If you like what you're hearing, would you please like, comment, share, and subscribe? In today's episode, I just wanted to say that it's okay to say the name and talk about the child who passed away. As a bereaved parent, we're very well aware that your child dying is every parent's worst nightmare. It's something we couldn't imagine either until it happened. Then you're left with learning how to navigate a world that is too scary for people to even think about, all while you're grieving and maneuvering life without an essential member of your family. I will always only speak for myself, as I know that every parent's experience and journey is unique to only them. I personally want to talk about my child, and I do not do it to make people feel uncomfortable whatsoever. If my child was here, I would be talking about them, but since they aren't, I now think about the fact that it does, in fact, make people uncomfortable. Often, I will have conversations with myself before entering a situation about whether or not I will bring my child's death into conversation. Because it's a mood changer. I really don't want to be a Debbie Downer. I didn't ask for this and I don't want it, but this is my story. The worst nightmare of every bereaved parent is that people will forget your child. Personally speaking, it's probably half of the reason that I've done so many things in his name, because I want my child to be remembered. As painful as it can be to hear stories of my child that I've never heard, I always cherish it. Everything about child loss brings pain that is too deep to be explained. Every day, we face painful situations and realities that can bring you to your knees. Facing the truth that my child will never drive a car, graduate high school, get married, or have kids is more than my mind can handle. But knowing that my child still means something to others, even though they're not physically present, means more than you could ever know. When people send me messages saying something about my child, it can lift me out of a deep, dark hole that I may have been in prior to the conversation. I need to make this clear. I am never not thinking about the fact that my child died. So please don't be afraid to bring them up. I haven't forgotten that he died. My newfound anxiety related to unknown social situations used to stop me from wanting to participate in events with people that didn't know me or didn't know my story. So now, not only am I worried about the conversation going to the story of my child's death, but I also worry about making people uncomfortable. Losing my child is a huge part of my identity, just as mothering my surviving child is. Every day is a fight, but we are living proof that you can survive the unimaginable. So many people's response is, I just can't imagine. And the truth is, when people try to imagine losing their own child, they just can't, because it's truly unfathomable. Even though I completely understand that speaking about child death is incredibly difficult, it really means so much to a bereaved parent when you mention their child's name. It can be very difficult to educate people about how you want and need to be treated and mourning at the same time. But for me, it is necessary if I want people to not feel uncomfortable around me. As a bereaved parent, every single aspect of our lives have been irrevocably changed. We have to learn to live with a loss that is more than some people can bear. My hope is that by being vocal, I can speak for the people who may not speak up for themselves. Putting one foot in front of the other every day with a huge hole in your heart is incredibly difficult. Even if all you do is wake up and stay in your pajamas all day, that's okay. My point is to make it clear that a bereaved parent is never not thinking about the death of their child. It may not always be at the forefront, but it is always there. My hope is that by talking about it and sharing, that people will feel less uncomfortable with the discussion of child loss. Again, I just want to say I'm not speaking for every parent. I'm just speaking about my own experience. So, honoring our children by telling stories and reminding us that they mattered really means so much. So please don't be afraid to talk about our children. It really means so much to us. So my hope is that we're doing the best we can, and when we know better, we do better. So please, again, please don't be afraid to talk about our children. Thank you.
We are beautiful mirrors.